we define principle-based media buying in a variety of different ways. The easiest way to explain it is that Icon's been around for 40 years. We grew up as a company in barter, which was helping companies to solve inventory issues, problems with their marketing budget, a variety of different sequences on that side. And in order to do that, what we developed is this idea of investing into media companies. So we took our capital and we went to media companies and helped them solve problems on their side. That could be revenue on demand in a quarter, that could be helping them with marketing expenses, that could be helping them to promote themselves, doing boondoggles that we fund. And all of this allowed us to gain like a principal position within media. And we use that to solve barter problems. And what we realized along the way over the last, say, 10 years is that we were the leader in that space in principle-based media buying. So we use our capital investing into media companies to help provide economic value back to clients with the same media that they'd be purchasing otherwise.
What are some of those benefits for advertisers?
So the primary benefit to advertisers on working with us or working through principle-based media buying is unlocking value out of media. So media is always an expense item on a client's budget sheet. So they're paying for fees for an agency, they might be paying data fees, whatever. What this allows them to do is to say, all right, I'm spending $1 million in media. If I can unlock 10, 15% to extend my media budget or to fund other types of media, we become more of a profit maker for media versus it just being an expense item on a client's expense sheet.
Where do you think brands and agencies should look for when evaluating principle-based options?
So agencies and brands really should be looking for ensuring that they can get A, transparency, and B, the value that they expect to get from that media. So the way that we take a look at it is we want to make sure we're delivering the exact same media that they're planning on purchasing, say if we didn't exist at all whatsoever. So that should be existing benchmarks, guidelines, quality of the inventory that they're getting. None of that should be compromised at all. And that's like a big part of where we start on the transaction. The benefit should always be something that's on top of that. If someone's asking you to compromise what you're doing from a media perspective, that kind of derails the entire model whatsoever.
How do you see principle-based media changing the agency-client relationship?
So I think principle-based media buying, I think, does not change the agency-client relationship. It actually keeps it completely consistent. We kind of sit on the outside of it. Your agency is there to make sure that they're stewarding your account. You pay them to do that. You pay them to come up with strategy. You pay them to come up with insights. You pay them to develop the cost structure. Principle-based buying should fit into that as part of a seamless integration. So you should be able to unlock value through those investments that a principal company like ourselves makes. And it should be pure value on top of it. So it doesn't derail that part at all.
And where do you see this model headed?
So it's changed a lot over the years. I think before we were maybe one of a few companies in the space. I think now every major holding company does principle-based media buying. I think it's a part of their ecosystem to really provide value back to clients and to make money as companies. I don't think that changes at all. I think really where smaller agencies may not be able to compete with, say, a holding company that has all the scale, a company like Incon can go to those smaller agencies and help them to unlock that value by partnering with us. So I think that ecosystem is just getting larger. If you think about the whole revenue model as it relates to media providers and agencies and clients, it used to be that all of the margin was really on the media provider side of the business. They had a lot of the margin and you pay a CPM, you pay cost structure. I think now what principle-based media buying has done is it's taken that margin and it's given it back to the clients. So in terms of real value.